Hi, my name is Miroslav Reljic and I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Originally, I am from Croatia, from the same part of the world where Milka Mira Grčić was born and raised. Interestingly enough, I've never actually met Milka in person. I've connected with Milka through her poems about a year ago. And I started reading these poems on Facebook, and I got quite puzzled that with how they were written, with lots of love and joy and happiness and sunshine, and at times you could almost feel and touch the stars with your bare hands, to quote Milka, some of Milka's poetry. And I got quite interested to get to know who is this wonderful person that's vulnerable and strong at the same time, that's inspiring so many people with her poetry. And I actually asked around, and I realized that many years ago, in the early 90s, so that would be almost 25 years ago, I used to play with Milka's cousin, and I know actually Milka's oldest daughter. And then I realized that Milka and her family has suffered a lot during the civil war in Croatia. Milka has lost her husband during that war, and then in addition, in 1995, 200,000 Serbian people, like myself and Milka and many other, we were forced to flee Croatia to save our lives. And I ended up in Canada, and Milka ended up, and her family, her children, ended up in Australia. So about a year ago, when I started reading these beautiful poems, I would almost travel by reading her Milka's poetry, travel in time, and I could smell the roses, if you will. I could feel the sunshine. I could touch the rocks, and everything that Milka was describing in her poems. And at the same time, I had this immense sense of closure. And what's really interesting for me when I was thinking about Milka's work, how Milka has channeled her positive energy and light and her vulnerability through her poems. And you know, I work as a professional coach and life coach, and people often ask about forgiveness and what is forgiveness. And I actually now, when I think about it, I say that forgiveness is really reading Milka's poetry, because there's so much life and happiness and joy and just looking on the bright side of life. And to me, that is really true forgiveness and moving on from where we were and what we have experienced to where we are now and where we want to be in life. I just want to quote something from Milka's editor Dragana Čatić, and where Dragana said that there is always summer in her heart. And that's how I see Milka's poetry and Milka's work. And there's immense trust in people, believe in people, and Milka celebrates her new country, Australia, that's very dear in her heart, and Milka celebrates life. And thank you, Milka, for your work, and I look forward to reading your new book, and I look forward to reading many more.